Last Minute Man, and we are back on the range. I'm with my good buddy, Mr. Obvious. And Mr. Obvious, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the old wonderful 30-30 in this Thompson Center.
Yes, sir. It's one of my favorite rounds. It was actually the first rifle round I ever got. My dad bought me a Marlin 336 and a 30-30, and it is one of my favorite cartridges. And we're shooting it out of this beautiful Thompson Contender today.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to be doing a lot of videos on these Contenders because it's getting to where some of these calibers Mr. Obvious has, it's getting difficult to find rifles for them. And 30-30 is the exception to that, but obviously there's a lot of them out there. But we're going to be shooting this Super 14 barrel today. So we got it in a pistol platform here, and we've got these Pacmar grips that should help us with the recoil. But we got an assortment of ammunition today, and Mr. Obvious, why don't you go ahead and explain these? What do we got right here on the their far left?
Yeah, the first one there is a just a Remington 150 grain. That's factory round.
Yep.
And we're going to shoot it.
Okay.
Then the hollow point is a 110 grain spear bullet. Now that's a hollow point. And the next one is one of Last Minute Man's wonderful cast bullets. That is 160 grain. We got a gas check on it. We're running unique powder in it. So.
And then what's this bad boy here?
Oh, that bad boy there, that is 165 grain ballistic tip is what that is.
Now, what's really cool about these single shot, Contenders, amongst many things that makes them cool, but you could not load this, dare I say, you could load it, but probably shouldn't, in a tubular fed magazine because of primer strikes possible, correct?
Yeah.
And it's kind of frowned upon. They do make the Lever Evolution ammunition by Hornady that I guess you can do that with.
Got the rubber tip on it, yeah.
Yeah, and these are like a polymer tip, but something I just wouldn't I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, and I have that loaded with Varget powder, so we'll try that.
And so these should be pretty hot shooting through here. I'm really excited. And tell the folks at home about this here book that you used to read.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that's the old handy dandy. I got that off eBay some time ago, and it's just got like the 30 carbine all the way up to the 45-70, and it's all Contender loads only for the Contender. Handgun loads and stuff.
So this is cool. He's got he actually had a really rare book. It was a lead cast load for just about he got me one too.
Yeah.
But it was actually a reprint of it. If you had the original, I think those are pretty valuable.
Yeah, if you could even find it.
If you can find it. But he's got some really interesting books. Believe it or not, folks, books are still your best source of knowledge.
Yeah.
When it comes to reloading and everything. The internet has been a great companion. It's helped me with a lot of stuff, understanding things, but there's so much knowledge in these old books, and there's so much to learn. Don't be afraid to read.
No.
So but let's get out here and shoot these babies. I'm really excited. I want to see how accurate these cast bullets are. Now we are shooting a lighter load in those, that is per the Contender manual.
Yeah.
But all these are per the Contender manual. So we're not doing anything wild and crazy here. So we're running anywhere from, on the low end of the spectrum, you think around 1,600?
Yeah, the cast bullet probably around 16. The other ones would be running around 2,000. I'm 2 grains under max on all of it.
Right.
So, until I find out what it's going to do out of this handgun.
I know we shot some factory loads not long ago, and we were using wooden grips on this, and we'll get into that in the AR. But woo, she hurt.
Yeah,
that's okay. Well, let's get out here without any further ado, and let's do some shooting and see how this baby does.
Yeah, let's get her done.
Okay, there, Mr. Obvious. We zeroed off camera on a box. It was shooting way low, wasn't it?
Way low.
There, 50 yards. So hold on one second here, Mr. Obvious. That is our 50-yard target. Mr. Obvious is going to shoot that gong. And fire when ready, good sir. Oh, right next to the bullseye. Just a hair under bullseye and a little to the right. That is pretty awesome there, Mr. Obvious.
Well,
Let's see if I can match him.
all right.
factory load. So we're shooting the same thing. Let's see if I can hit close to his or spot on or where I'm at. Let's see. Well, I'd say I shot to the right of yours. That typically is what I do. So,
yeah,
I missed. All right, let me try one of these handles. All right, so I'm gonna go with this lead cast bullet now. And these are gas checked with some unique. And I'm gonna shoot at the box target over there.
I'd shoot the center.
Shoot the center?
Yeah, shoot the center target.
All right, that's what I'll do. And we'll see where it hits. That way we know how much different of a drop we're getting and whatnot. So let's go here. You ready?
We're ready.
Whoa.
You hit low left.
Yep, it sure was. Let me do one more and see if that actually went off quicker. That's always a good thing. It went off, I wasn't quite ready. Let's try one more here. I don't know, did you load any more of the, oh, you got one more.
Yep.
Okay, because these are a pleasure to shoot.
Yeah, they're
real light.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, them
not much recoil in them.
Yeah, they're slow.
Okay, here we go. And I'll have to get down there and look at it.
Go ahead and do the third cast bullet.
Go ahead and do the third one?
Yep, we're shooting a group with it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get down there and take a look.
All right, so what have you got here?
Okay, well, what we got is first shot. I believe that was the second, and that was the third.
Yep.
And we're not talking a tight group there. And a lot of that is me, because I wouldn't dare claim to be an expert on the Contender with the Super 14 barrel. But let's see if Mr. Obvious can shoot tighter. You know, do you want to put them all on steel, Mr. Obvious?
Yeah, no, we'll do paper. See what's happening here, because these is other hand loads. We zeroed it for them factory rounds.
Yeah,
so.
which let me show this. When Mr. Obvious shot, and of course he zeroed it to his eye, this is where I hit. Okay, so could that be me? Absolutely, it could be. You know, I mean, I'm not beyond being imperfect,
Yep.
but that's pretty wild. I typically don't do things like that, but
So
anything can happen.
You can see we started here, hitting way below the target,
and we keyholed right here.
Keyhold.
Yeah, and then this is the second, third, fourth, and then I shot.
You shot to the right.
Well, that was when you did this one.
Yeah.
I shot and I pulled to the right, and then he shot the next one, and then we went ahead and went to film.
Yep.
But all right, well, let's get over here and let's try some of these other loads.
All
what
right.
happened, Mr. Obvious?
You grabbed all my other bullets and shot it.
Yeah, so this is a 110 grain, but still, I mean, I wouldn't have thought it would have printed that much lower.
Yeah,
but I did definitely shoot one of his hand loads. See, that's what happens when you've got an assortment of ammunition.
I guess I won't get a group off that low, will I?
No, well, at least get a 2-shot group. See what happens. Let's shoot 2 of those.
Yeah.
And I'll get you over here looking at the Mr. Obvious. So he's only got 2 shots. Sorry, folks, about that one. That is all on me. But he's going to aim at the upper left-hand quadrant of that box. Boy, that had a flash up the muzzle. We'll have to go down there and look at it. Of course, we're not getting any report back or anything. Go ahead and shoot the next one, and I'll go down there and give it a look. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, that is fun.
Them don't have too bad a recoil at 110 grain.
No. Okay, let's get down there and look at it. All right, so any excuse I thought I had is now null and void. Look at this. You're right in there, and you have one just to the right. But and that's right there at 1 inch at 50 yards. That's pretty daggone good shooting there, Mr. Obvious.
Ain't bad for an old man.
No, I'll tell you that 110 grain, that seems to be money for that. So let's get back here and shoot some of these hotter loads and see where you print on them. Oh, right there, Mr. Obvious. So we got some of these hot ballistic tip loads. And show the folks at home that load again. It goes right in, no issues.
Yeah.
All right, now he is shooting at the, what, you want to go bottom right?
Bottom right.
Bottom right quadrant.
Yeah.
And let's get a 3-shot group on this baby.
165 grain bullet. We'll see what she does.
Now that looked like it had a thud to it.
Wasn't too bad. It's 2 grains under max. But
right?
Yep.
I'll tell you, those pack mark grips are big help too.
Yeah.
Boy, that's some serious muzzle flash off that. There's a lot of unburnt powder coming out the end of that barrel.
Yeah, that's 4895 powder in this.
Yeah.
Or Varget. No, that's Varget powder in this.
That's Varget? All right. Wow. All right, let's get down there and look at it. And Mr. Obvious, what do we have here?
Well, looks like we got 2 in here, so I don't know what
inside the bullseye.
One here, one there. Then somehow one come up on me.
You know what? I wouldn't feel too bad about that there, Mr. Obvious. That's pretty darn good shooting. And I'm thoroughly impressed with how accurate that is with the right guy behind the wheel there. It is shooting very accurate, and it looks like anything we put in it is shooting fairly accurate.
It is.
So, all right. So I don't want to leave with a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm gonna try to hit this at 50, hit this gong, and I'm gonna aim just dead true and see what happens. And I don't know if it's perception, trigger pull, or what's happening. Maybe you folks at home can tell me. But all right, let's see here. Or just plain don't know what I'm doing. That's possible too. All right, here we go.
Slowly squeeze it off.
All right, and I hit right at the bottom of it. So, and I aim dead center. So my perception through this is different than yours.
Yeah.
So, and I've noticed that when we shoot revolvers, long barrel revolvers, I have the same issue. It's just me.
Yeah.
It's something I'm doing. So, well, at least I hit the target.
Yeah.
Let's get back for an AAR. And we are back with our after action report. And what do we have to report today, Ms. Robbins?
I think we got to report a pretty good shooter today.
With the right guy shooting it. Yeah, it definitely is a outstanding shooter. And I'm thoroughly impressed with it. With a lot of practice, I'm sure I can catch up to you. But I need some practice with this thing.
Need some practice.
You can't win them all, folks. You can't win them all.
No.
But that is not representative of the firearm. That is representative of me and just where my skills are lacking, you know. So, and that seems to be something Mr. Obvious and I have noticed in the past. I had a Rossi 357 Magnum that had a, what I have on that, like a 6.5 inch barrel or something.
It was like, something like 6 inch barrel.
It seems like anytime I've got a long barreled pistol, I have a completely different way of looking through it. There's something going on, and it's got to be me. I thought it must be me dipping, but that can't be happening shooting off sandbags. So it is definitely something my idiot mind is doing when looking through these sites. So, and it seems to only be on long barrel profiles.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So, yeah, you know, it's just one of those things. That's how the cookie crumbles. I'll have to do a lot more practice to get good at this. As far as this thing being a shooter, though, golly, that is a powerful round, powerful cartridge. And if you're hunting in the backwoods and you had this thing, I'd say it would serve you very well.
Be a good deer gun.
It'd be a heck of a whitetail deer gun.
Yeah,
you know?
Be a good one.
For those of you who like doing that stuff, I know we've got one viewer that is a silhouette shooter, or was at one time, and I believe he said he used a 30-30 in the Contender to do that, and it makes sense.
Used a 375 JDJ, I think, too.
Yeah, he did mention that. So yeah, and that's what's great about these. You can make these Wildcat cartridges and things like that can just do some amazing things, and that's really what this was invented for. I mean, it's a very solid platform. It's durable.
They're very accurate.
Lends itself to playing with the cartridge too.
Yeah.
To kind of, know what you're doing, of course. Don't go in and, start pushing the envelope. And it's good to have a manual like this. Yeah. One of these manuals. I mean, this is an outstanding thing to have. I mean, that's particularly loads for the Contender there.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing. If you stick to something like that, someone else has already done all the thinking for you.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah. That's a handy manual, and like I say, we run some loads through it, and that I don't know where my cast bullets was hitting. So
yeah, not with you shooting. Yeah, you probably would have been more tight to me. Yeah.
So the other two bolts, I put them right in there. Then the 165 grain, I put them right. So it seemed like it's shooting about everything we put in it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to reload some cast and try it.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll obviously shoot tighter than me. It's just limitations and training and what I've shot. This is very awkward to me. I will say that. I'm getting one of these for myself. It's actually basically a reboot of it, and it's SSK Firearms.
Yeah, makes
it, and it's a frame they're coming out with, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it. And I'll probably use it in mostly a rifle configuration, because that's just obviously I'm going to shoot more accurate with that. And I'm looking forward to getting a 45-70 in this, a 30-30. Maybe even the 223, just to have a 357 maximum. I really want. He sold me on one of those. That is just a hellbanger right there. I love that.
That thing is wicked.
But yeah, these are just such a neat firearm, and just what a beautiful firearm this is. And you hate to see stuff like this kind of being phased out, but it seems like things you read online that they are kind of being phased out. But you've got companies like SSK Firearms that are still manufacturing and producing, and they're reasonable.
Everything's a fad too. It comes and goes. It gets hot in a few years, and it dies off a few years, and it comes back, and whatever people gets into. But
yeah,
it slows down your shooting. You're not out there wasting a bunch of ammo high as it is this day, and then bang, bang, bang. One shot at a time, do some target shooting or hunting with it. You don't waste a lot of ammo.
It's a good way to work on your fundamentals.
Yeah.
Like if you are, things I like to do, I like to go back and watch some of these videos that we do. And, there's certain platforms that I shoot very well, but what I always do is go back and look at my fundamentals. Am I following through with my shot, staying down in the sight picture, or am I going like this? Looking around, those are things you got to tell yourself, and I'll catch myself doing that. I'll come right up out of it, and it's a really good thing to do. It's a cool thing to do. Film yourself shooting sometimes. You'll see if you're slapping the trigger and, things like that. You can critique yourself. It's pretty awesome. We've got technology now. You can get better and better, and this is an excellent platform to sit there and work on your fundamentals with.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
Yeah. We're going to reshoot that full 44. Last minute man brought me a scope over. I'm gonna mount it, and I worked up some more loads and slowed them way down. So we're gonna reshoot that.
We were running those pretty hot. We had a fella comment, and he was shocked we were shooting as wild as we were with it. And I said that is not a representation of the caliber at all. We know the 444 is a good round and an excellent cartridge, and we'll do it right. Don't worry, we'll do it justice.
It's a very accurate round,
and make sure we're getting it tightened up. It should shoot very good next time, actually. So, and I'd like to actually compare that to a 45-70 out here. Unfortunately, we don't. Yeah, we do. We've got a 16.5-inch barrel 45-70.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can actually do a comparison through the chronograph and do different things. It'll just be neat. So look forward to that. Is there anything we want to add, Mr. Obvious?
No, that's about it.
I'd like to say thanks to American Gun and Pawn again for all their support. This firearm we did not purchase from them, but actually you got the frame from them.
I got the frame.
And but yeah, the barrel that was on eBay. You can find these barrels and get a good deal. But yeah, the guys over there are excellent. So if you're ever around Dry Ridge, Kentucky, please check them out. They are an excellent team over there.
Yep.
So, yeah, well, with that, remember everybody, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.
Subscribe to Last Minute Man and watch us on
Rumble.